Oh my god. Oh my. Today we are back again to react to episodes 3 and 4 of Neon Genesis Evangelion. The last two episodes that we watched, the first two episodes that we watched were amazing. I was pleasantly surprised. And I'm very excited today to continue this journey. I'm trying to remember everything that happened last week in the first two episodes, like, you know, meeting everybody, Shinji, meeting his dad, who's kind of an a-hole, meeting, who's the girl with the bangs?
Misato,
who's mommy.
They all kind of have bangs.
Well, you know, but you know, when you say the girl with the bangs, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Misato, mommy. I'm excited. 3 and 4, we're going to save some time like we did in our previous video after the first episode that we watched to talk and after the second episode that we watched to talk. So with all that said, let's just jump into it. This episode is actually titled The Silent Phone. Don't know what that means, but...
It's on silent.
Yes, Shinji's phone is on silent because he's at the movies and he's being polite, which is, you know...
His style.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm incredibly excited and I just want to jump into it. So I think without further ado, let's begin our watch through of Neon Genesis episode 3, The Silent Phone. Bro, I've never, in all the times I've listened to this song, I've never heard the drums, the Congo drum.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the headphones.
No, it is. It is.
But I never heard the like.
Oi.
Okay. I think I'm getting used to this.
That's good to hear. Normally, an Ava relies on external power through a connected cable. In emergencies, it can switch to an internal battery, but its capacity only allows the Ava to be fully active for 1 day.
It was just funny that it cut to outside, and then there was no dramatic music, and then it cuts back to inside, and it's dramatic music. We're in the holodeck right now. Okay.
I'm amazed that Shinji is willing to go through with this again.
He's the kind of person who does whatever he's told. That's how he makes his life
Yikes.
easier.
He's also a child, dude. Damn, he listens to adults. Like,
Trigger. Center on target and pull. Trigger. Center on target and pull. Trigger.
this is like Ender's Game.
Never saw it.
Well, I never saw it either. I read it. It was Orson Scott Card. Fantastic book. Man, Misato and her moans, dude, even in the last episode.
That's you, isn't it, Ritsuko?
So, how's it going with your new boyfriend?
Boyfriend? Oh, you mean Shinji, right?
Bro, why are you even joking like that?
And it seems like nothing's changed.
Well, it's possible that Shinji is the kind of person who doesn't really make friends very easily. Have you ever heard of the Hedgehog's Dilemma?
It's possible that he's a
Loser.
fucking loser.
Hedgehogs have a hard time sharing their warmth with other hedgehogs. Because the closer they get, the more they just end up hurting each other.
Shinji the Hedgehog.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
like
he'll
it.
figure it out in time. You figure out the right amount of distance to keep to avoid hurting each other.
It's a little too real right there.
What's up with you, Toji? You've been out of school for quite a while. Did you get caught up in that thing with the giant robot?
No, but my kid sister did. I tell you, that damn robot pilot is completely worthless. Rampaging all over the place. You just wait until I get my hands on him. We got a newbie?
Yeah, that guy. He transferred in right after the incident took place while you were away.
In the last year of the 20th century, a meteor with an extraordinarily high mass struck the South Pole. Those who survived experienced hell on Earth. But in just 15 years, while we so surely attested to the greatness of mankind,
Oh shoot, he's gonna do it for the ladies. He's gonna say yes for the ladies.
And sheer effort of your mothers and fathers. Back then,
Shinji.
I mean, that's a way to make friends.
Class is still in session.
I wonder if they know about her.
That's it for today.
He's gonna get murdered.
He's about to get his ass beat.
Oh my god.
I really forgot that happened.
I mean, he can't really do anything when he's not in
Sorry
his
about
giant
that,
robot.
newbie.
That's a small price to pay for
Sorry
burying
about
his
that.
sister
He's
in
a little
rubble.
emotional. His kid sister got hurt in that battle.
It's a cool tracksuit, for real.
I mean, yeah, I mean, this kid fucking rules.
Emergency call up. I'm going to go ahead.
That's cool that she goes to school with him.
Why would you ever live there?
Well, it retreats into the, you know.
I know, still, people still get hurt.
Yeah. But maybe, I mean, it's the safest place compared to
Everywhere else.
everywhere else. I mean, I don't know. See? There it is.
Last time the return took 15 years.
Bro,
This
I
time
said
it was
something
only
about
3
giant
weeks between
bugs.
the angel attacks.
Not very considerate of others, is it?
Ionizing LCL. Pressure clamps unlocked.
Father's not even watching. Why am I doing this? I'm getting punched in the face for it.
Do you think we can talk in private?
You know going out there will get you killed.
Being in here's no guarantee. I just want to see it once before I die.
It'd be funny if that
Toji,
kid with the glasses
don't you
is the
think it's
kind
your
of kid who pees with
responsibility
his
to
pants
check
around
Oh,
his
yeah.
ankles.
Does it or
Oh,
not?
almost.
Okay, fine.
I like this song.
I love this song.
Well, I love this song.
No, but I'm like obsessed with this song.
But I worship this song.
I'm gonna make this song my whole identity.
That idiot! He's obscuring the target!
That idiot.
That
like,
fucking
what?
idiot.
Like, damn, he was just doing what he was told.
That was so funny too. Shinji's the kind of guy who just does. It's like, bro, he's 12.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh, shit. Come on, Shinji. Oh!
Right for us.
Oh my God, send him flying.
Oh!
Damn, they barely missed it. They barely dodged that.
Those guys are Shinji's classmates. Shinji! Let them into your cockpit!
You know letting civilians board the entry plug without permission cannot be allowed.
You two, get in! Now!
Yeah, I want to see why this is a bad idea. It seems like a good idea.
They're causing noise to mix into the neural pulse.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Use recovery route 34. Pull back to the
Hey,
east
newbie!
base of the mountain.
He's telling you to pull back! Newbie!
Run away. Don't run. Do not run away.
Progressive
Bro, they have
knife armed.
fucked this child up. Oh my God. Oh my.
Time limit, 30 seconds! 28, 27, 26, 25. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10.
I've never heard a scream like that in my life. That was crazy. You know how long I've been watching anime? Never heard some shit like that. That was terrifying.
It's been 3 days, huh?
Since they came down on us like a ton of bricks,
It's been 3 days that he hasn't shown up at school.
if you're so worried, why not do something? This is his number.
This kid has moments. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. That episode was crazy. The ending, Shinji's scream was visceral. I never heard a sound like that in my life. The
It reminds
pain.
me of there's like this video of like the Japanese version of Pokemon.
Oh right,
Yeah, and like
yeah,
Squirtle's like messing up was a Charmander, and he's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like but look it up, like Squirtle versus Charmander,
like
Japanese Pokemon cartoon. Like it is like that level, like
yeah,
blood
I
curdling,
heard you showed it to me. It's pretty wild.
like crazy, and that
but
reminded me.
blood curdling is the word. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that was insane. Man, I really love this episode because it's starting to. I feel like we're starting to go deeper into Shinji's psyche and realizing how like fucked up
Shinji the Hedgehog
really is. And it's heartbreaking because everybody else around him, and I think this is kind of purposeful, everyone else around him is treating him like he's an adult. And I think that maybe that is why some of these things are added in that we joke about when we watch the episode. Like when she says like, how's your boyfriend doing? Or like, Shinji's the type of guy to do X, Y, Z. Like we joke about it like he's a kid, but I think it's intentional that it is showing these adults treat this child like an adult because it shows and does such a good job of illustrating like the position that he's been put in.
For sure. And the way they have to treat him in order for them to feel like sane.
There you go.
Because if they treated him like a kid, they would start to feel bad. They're pretty much treating him like, like a soldier, like just like another coworker. But if they treated him like a child, it wouldn't feel good.
It would feel maybe more real.
It'd be like, damn, I'm putting this child in jeopardy every time we put him out on the battlefield. Like, this isn't like a game, Also
beautiful how, with the episode's title and the beginning of the episode opening with a phone and a lack of phone calls to the end where he is receiving a phone call, not answering that phone call. But again, who that phone call is coming from and why they are calling him because of, the things that have happened.
Yeah, or he didn't call him at all.
Or he ended up not calling.
Yeah. And it's like,
no, but phone, I thought I heard him. I thought I heard him press the buttons.
I don't think he called him, which is like sad because that would have like meant a lot to him if he got a call. Like how much
I kind of want to go back and look at it. Yeah.
How much like that would have meant to him because again, he has no friends. And even them, he's like, why are you're worried about him? I'm like, yeah, I'm worried about him. He freaking cried his eyes out right in front, screamed bloody murder. Like, yeah.
And you guys saw him. Like, you guys were in the cockpit with him.
And after the aftermath of him just like sobbing.
But also him mumbling to himself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's really trying to do a good job. He's confused. He's hurt. Not just because of the situation that he's put in, but because of this relationship and dynamic he has with his father as well. Him like realizing in that moment, like, damn, my father doesn't even care. My father's not even here. Like, I mean,
the person he lives with, like he has like no one.
Like this show, this series does such a good job of showing what an actual child, a real fucking child, thrust into a situation with this much responsibility and weight on his shoulders, like how it would break them and cause them to crumble. We're also seeing like the repercussions of Shinji's actions in his classmates when he goes to school for the first time, which going to a new school as a kid already, there's so many things you have to deal with. Now, your battles, your fight, your inadequacies, in handling this Ava has caused a fellow student's sister to be hospitalized, and you're having to like look at that person eye to eye and I mean carry that too. Like carry the weight of, everyone on a 12-year-old shoulders. Like it's absolutely insane. It really does.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched a lot of mech stuff, but.
And again, it's like that idiot, like what is he doing? And I'm like,
yeah.
He's out there. Like he's out there. Like, damn, like calling him an idiot.
Right.
Like
so
they're
far,
just they're so harsh on him. They really, because they have to.
But
be.
I like that what you said. That they have to be for their own consciousness or their own conscience, like to feel less guilty. It really does. Like I said, I haven't watched a lot of mech stuff, but it really does remind me a lot of Ender's Game. Very similar sort of situation where they're taking children and they're teaching them to. It's sci-fi as well, and they're teaching them to kind of combat this like threat. Just some of the things that the kids have to deal with and stuff like that. Like it really does feel like, it feels more like Ender's Game than the freaking movie felt like Ender's Game, it's one of my favorite books that I read when I was younger, and which is already making me like this so much more because I really do feel like there are so many similarities outside of just like what we're seeing with Shinji. And I think that this episode was like beautifully dedicated to his his unraveling and his
strife.
His psychological freaking like disintegration or whatever. I really think that there was a lot of also very interesting pieces of lore kind of sprinkled throughout. Like, just the fact that the angels, first of all, look different, right? Which I guess is not that big of a deal, but
and we got in the classroom what happened to the world and the
Crazy.
state that it's in.
Which I'm gonna need you to repeat. And then second of all, we also saw or heard Misato talking to somebody about how these attacks are, more they're becoming more frequent.
Mm-hmm.
They're becoming more frequent.
Yeah, before it was like 15 years before the second one came. That's why the kid was like, I need to see this now because
right.
I don't know when they're going to come back.
Damn, 15 years between each attack?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that's another reason why people are probably like living in these cities because it's like earthquakes to a degree.
For sure, yeah. And it's just so, I mean, even the way the kids talk about it, even like him saying like, yeah, my sister, she's in the hospital. Like he wasn't really like shook up about it because it is just so frequent. And them going down in the bunker, like everyone getting evacuated.
Well,
like,
it wouldn't be frequent for him if like
no, but like it is just like it's the how they've lived their lives.
It's the world, right?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like he's a kid. He's even if it happens every 15 years and he's 15, this is the first time he's ever seen it happen.
But he's known. I mean,
sure.
Where
They teach about it,
yeah.
and they, whatever. But it would make sense then why that kid is so obsessed and
everyone
wants to
just
see it again.
seems like it's so casual. Like,
but if they're not going to keep acting like that if it happens more and more often, because that's what I was just saying about earthquakes. Like it is crazy when you think about like the potential. And I know we have like infrastructure to deal with it, but it is so crazy that there's this thing that happens to our planet that causes it to rumble and crack and for things to like people to die. But it happens so infrequently that people are just like, yeah, I mean, it's fine.
It's like you have earthquake drills,
different levels,
earthquake drills in school. Like I can't even tell you if I've ever been in an earthquake at school.
I think I have.
I don't think I have ever. And we always like do the drills and no one takes it seriously. Everyone's like laughing under the desk, like, oh, hands over your neck or whatever. And it's
that's
like,
probably what these kids are doing.
Exactly. They're like, this is never gonna freaking happen to me.
Yeah.
You never think unless you go out and almost get crushed by a native hand.
But I need you to repeat if you can.
If I can.
Or just loosely kind of.
I think it's like pretty much, dude, like the meteor hit the South Pole, causing the water levels to rise throughout the whole world. Is pretty much like wiped out like half of the population and half of like animals on Earth. And this was called, I think, the second impact.
Right. I did
what they called that. And, just like economies and, the whole world was affected. And I don't know if you remember seeing when the angel first started coming in, it was coming in the background. It was like super high water levels and buildings sticking out. So when you said like, is this like the only place to live? Like, that is definitely more clear later on in like the story, I guess.
I like that.
But yeah, it is just showing like after we got told all that stuff about the angels and the impact, like it is showing like the water levels are super, super high. And yeah. And
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that when a post-apocalyptic or any sort of like alternate future or just like fictional world can focus on like one specific area. And it kind of, you're subconsciously trained to, I think, believe that the rest of the world operates similarly. But then it does this thing where it's like, we've never actually told you, like 20 episodes in, like we've never actually told you or shown you where everybody else is or what everything else looks like.
Yeah, like we've never been over the wall.
And then
kind of like the AOT
right.
Like,
and then,
situation.
Then you do kind of see it and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I really do love that in a story.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that episode was incredible. It broke my heart. It also just... the psychosis, the psychology, the psychological freaking meltdown that Shinji had.
I'd like to tell you it gets better,
but it doesn't. I mean, I think I know what you mean. Like, like it doesn't get better for Shinji. It gets worse.
Yeah. The anime gets amazing.
Yeah,
but for Shinji,
it's gonna only get worse and worse. And that was a meltdown. That was a breakdown. So I mean, you saying it gets worse, like. Worse than that. I mean, again, like my heart breaks for him. But like you're gonna tell me that there's a scream that is crazier than that? I can't imagine. But here we are.
But this is Ava. Welcome to Ava. Welcome to Neon. Neon G.
Neon G.
Neon GE.
All right. Well, with all that said, let's move on to episode 4. This episode is titled Rain After Running Away. I am more and more excited to start each episode. So without further ado, let's just jump into episode 4, Rain After Running Away.
I wonder if he's gonna skip school today again. Cool. Unit 1 is repaired and back in service, so it needs a pilot that's not sitting around like this all day. Shinji?
I know, like... Oh, shit.
Damn. How long has
gone.
he been gone?
Ran away,
She doesn't even know.
Can't really blame him.
She really has no idea. He could have been gone for 3 days.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Wait, are you the two that were inside Unit 1's entry plug the other day?
Yes!
That sounds
I'm
sexual.
truly sorry for any trouble we caused you.
Well, Shinji's at a NERV training facility.
See, why do they say it like that? Nerve.
These are
Nerve.
the printouts from school for Ikari. I definitely did not expect that.
Dude, she was such a hottie.
Damn you, Shinji!
They're right there.
I know. They didn't even have time to walk away.
Damn. Sad boy hours.
Really sad boy hours. Like, it doesn't get sadder than that. Then that boy on a train right now bangs in his face, rain in the background.
Banging in his face.
He's like the lo-fi girl, but for sadness. Sad
Yeah.
boys. But for sad boys.
Yeah. Oh, the light came back.
The light in his eyes.
The light came back.
What the hell? I like how she doesn't go out and look for him. She just keeps opening the door.
And calling him an idiot.
Fucking loser idiot. You're acting like he's out on a bender, dude. He's like, he's out, like re-examining his entire existence and being.
Yeah, he's sad. He's looking for himself.
He really is.
We must entrust the piloting of our Avas to 14-year-olds. We have no other choice.
I know.
I want them to explain that.
Have you heard anything from Shinji?
I know.
That's a no.
It's just after the last battle. Why did you ignore my order, Shinji?
Sorry, ma'am.
Is any of this actually getting through to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Listen up. Acting like you agree with everything I say isn't enough.
Spiraling.
You realize that.
Yes, I understand that, ma'am.
Well, you certainly have some balls, but that kind of bluster won't win any praise from us, Shinji Ikari.
I'm not looking for any praise. I'm the only one who can pilot it, isn't that right?
Oh,
So
shit.
pilot it. I see what you mean.
He's not wrong.
Piloting the Ava only causes him pain and suffering, and he's doing it out of duty, then it's best if he left.
Sure. However, we still need a pilot.
Oh, hell no. They're going to ask this kid to pilot an Ava?
Hey, Ikari! I like the nighttime. You don't have those loud cicadas singing. When I was younger, it was much quieter. I guess their numbers are growing.
Oh, shit.
We're NERV Security and Intelligence. We have orders to escort you directly to headquarters.
And you just stood there? You let them take him away? What? You don't have any balls tucked down in those shorts?
This guy fucking
Only an
rules. I
idiot
love
would
him
pick a
so
fight
much.
After sizing him up.
Do you feel better after wandering around for the last 2 days?
Not really. So what happens if I tell you I've decided I don't want to pilot Unit 1?
You don't want to pilot the Ava?
Oh, of course not. I'm not cut out for this kind of stuff.
If you don't want to do it, then get out of here! Forget about the Avas and about all of us! Just go back to your old life. You're more trouble than you're worth if you keep acting like this.
I mean, I understand. It's like the fate of the world and all this stuff, but
I mean,
gotta
maybe
be a
she's
better way.
just trying to, like, get him to leave.
It seems that
Maybe,
the third children
maybe.
is scheduled to leave Tokyo 3 tomorrow.
Go on, Toji. Come on. Say it.
So, I'm really sorry about punching you in the face. Now it's your turn to punch me. Wait! No holding back. You know, Shinji, without you around, sooner or later, we're gonna have to leave our homes in this town, too. We're not here to try and make you stay. We know what it's like for you to pilot an Ava. We've seen it. So if some jackass ever tries to cuss you out, then I'll take care of him for you.
That's really sweet.
Enough. I'm the one who deserves to be hit in the face. I'm dishonest. A coward.
Don't make any more trouble.
This is the saddest shit of all time. Why did I never would have guessed it would be this sad.
He mouths off like that, but it's just because he doesn't understand how else to relate to others. Keep it up.
Oh. You're late. He's there. He's there. He didn't go. I didn't even see him. It took me so long. I mean, this is beautiful, but I bet the animators were like, we need a little break.
It's impactful. They're just staring at each other.
Yeah, they're in the office like, I think it would just be more impactful if they just stared at each other. I'm like, are you sure it's just because you just don't want to like animate it? And they're like, no, it's just me. It would just carry so much more weight.
I'm home.
Welcome back, Shinji.
Sick. I don't know why this I didn't expect this series to break my heart.
No, it's and I want to tell you it gets better.
Yeah.
But that's why I mean, it is just it's despair.
No, it really is. I mean, this show is despair.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be an epic, mech
No.
battle anime, but I'm kind of glad that it's not. I'm really happy that it is sort of diving deeper into the like psychology of what it would mean for someone to be in this situation at this age in this world. I really like this episode too. I think that the previous episode, obviously for that moment, that meltdown, that breaking point was maybe I enjoyed more out of the two, but this one was, the aftermath of all of that. Shinji really sort of trying to figure out like who he's doing this for. Is he doing it for his dad? Is he doing it for Nerve? Is he doing it for himself? Is he doing it for, Ray? Is he doing it for the people? And really just kind of going on a journey of like self-discovery and trying to process all of these things. And at the same time, Misato trying to figure out like, or accepting and understanding like, yeah, this is like how he deals with all of these things. Like he can't articulate and express. He's not an adult who has like lived on this world long enough to understand and feel as if he can maybe express himself a certain way.
Yeah, I think it just boils down to like having not having anyone close to him at all, like
ever.
Misato's like the closest person to him, and then he gets to meet his two other classmates, and that's when he's like, I have something to fight for. Like just talking it out with them and them saying those things to him, like that's all he needed. Like it is like if one person says something to me, then I'm just gonna completely dive in and go for it for them,
Right.
It didn't matter really who they were. They just had to
And I think you're right, because even in that moment, Shinji operates under the assumption that, that nobody gives a fuck about him all the time. All the time. Like something that is so beautiful about how this character is depicted is that he always seems so detached, so completely detached. and as if he is only ever doing what he thinks people want him to do, how they want him to respond, how he's been told to respond. He doesn't feel anything. I feel like because you said he's never had anybody, like you said, he's never had anybody to care for him. So when he's saying like, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, like, he is never, and that's why I think that self-discovery part of the episode was so cool, because I don't think he's ever really like put much thought into maybe who he is or like what he wants to do. Because like you said in the first 2 episodes, he is very go with the flow. I'm just going from here to here because I guess this is my life. I guess this is the hand I've been dealt. But yeah, he's never had a reason to care or to want to do anything. And I feel like in this episode, because of Misato and because of these two kids, his classmates, he really does, I think, for the first time, really.
I mean, the first time he gets in the Ava, it wasn't necessarily for his dad. It was for Ray. Because he saw like, okay, this person's hurt. Like, I'm not going to put them in this position. And again, it's brought up like, okay, we'll just have Ray do it. And he's like, well, you're putting, I have no choice. You can't say that. Like, I wouldn't do that to her. Like, right. I'll do it. Fine, whatever. And that's when Misato kind of got like angry and was just like, and I think Misato for sure like was just waiting for him to like stand up for himself. And that's why she was being so harsh on him at the like that last point of like dialogue. Right. Like, if you don't want to do this, just go.
Well, I think you were right. And she even kind of said it earlier, but I think, you in that moment reiterating it was exactly right. She was maybe trying to get him to stand up for himself, but also maybe that was her way at that time in that moment, because obviously it's changed by the end of the episode. She was trying to get him to walk away in that moment.
Yeah, because again, he does what he's told.
Right.
If you tell him like, just leave, he'll leave, like, he only really has ties to Misato at this point, so having like more friends involved like will definitely help him out. But
then again, I think she even realized too in that moment or after that moment that maybe that's not the right answer either, because you're just sending him off into this world to continue being how he's always been, detached away from the only people that he's ever had any sort of kind of connection with. Like, you're sort of just dooming him. He doesn't have the tools to really, I don't know, like not survive physically, but I mean, to survive emotionally and mentally.
He's just like surviving, like he's just living his life. Like he's living, but he's not like, he's alive, but he's not living, if that makes sense.
Sure, absolutely.
That's how he like just carries himself.
Absolutely.
Like, he's just like, he's just like chill, being complacent with just being alone. And
the level of
loving him.
Yeah, the level of sadness, man. I can't get over it. And still, like, Ray, this is what is so crazy to me. Like, Ray is there, and at first I had some confusion that was sort of clarified, I think, in this episode, actually, episode 4, which was I thought that Ray had her own Ava. Shinji was just taking her place in his own Ava, because they also seem, again, they talk about nerves, they talk about, or the organization we call Nerve, they talk about it, the presence of these other two, like maybe neurological presences or biological presences. I don't know. They were saying that like these two kids in this Ava were throwing it off.
Yeah.
And so there is some sort of
paired.
There is some sort of connection. There is, apparently some significance to the 14-year-olds piloting them. Oh, anyway, all that to say, I thought that Shinji had his own and Ray had her own, but it seems like Ray and Shinji share an Ava, right? There's only one, because they said that in this episode, they said that they have to like reprogram it for like Ray again.
I mean, all will be revealed.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
And we still have, even still, like Ray, this is what's kind of crazy about Ray, is like Shinji's doing all this stuff for Ray, but Ray is also like not really like, she's not really involved with Shinji at all. Yeah. Like you would think, as someone who's kind of like in the shit with him and who has like in that moment gone up to her, ran up to her and like taken her place.
Not even like a thank you.
No.
Like
even in
there's
school,
no contact.
She is also so detached from him and like doesn't really like make any sort of effort to like hang out with him or be around him. And I think that there's some significance in that too. And I want to know more about her, which again leads me to believe I don't know what she is, where she comes from. But yeah, that's also, I think, something of note. She's not around that fool at all. Even at school, when she sees him going through everything, like being beat up, she saw him out the window, like him getting beat up. she kind of comes out there like, we gotta go soon. We gotta go.
Yeah, no, it's like there's the alarm. I'll head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. If you want to go, that's cool.
I
But
have a broken ass arm.
yeah. So I don't really know what's going on there, and we still haven't met this other character who, like you said, was a poster child. So, but I really also love that we're getting, and I would have never guessed this, that we're getting. I love that we're getting Shinji. Like, we're really, really taking our time. The series is taking its time in allowing us, the audience, to understand like who he is and how much pain he is in and how much he is suffering, like mentally, the weight of everything that he's carrying. But also this relationship, this dynamic, this bond between like him and Misato that I think is really being driven home in these first 4 episodes. This establishing, creating this bond, this parental figure that he has in Misato, who's also not just like she's not like a mom to him. She's like an older sister, I think, in a way.
For sure.
But really creating that, and then him creating this sort of bond, the beginnings of a friendship with these other 2 classmates that he has too. And really nobody else. Like, still haven't got the girl in red, still haven't got much about Ray, still haven't got much about all these other things. We're getting the world. I love it, dude. I'm obsessed, dude. This is fucking fantastic. Fantastic. Anything else about the world I want to like say of note that I think was revealed maybe in this episode?
Well, again, going on, like the next episode I know is, I believe, pretty Ray heavy.
Okay.
And going forward, again, it's
called
like,
Ray Beyond the Heart.
Reveal after reveal after reveal. Just like lore and like things that are happening in the world are going to be in the next couple episodes, obviously. And yeah, I think obvious. I mean, you're already loving it, and it just gets better and better.
I mean, for me, honestly, it was episode 3. It was episode 3 because that. Okay, episode 1 and 2 set everything up, introduce you to everybody. Episode 4 is the aftermath of what happens in episode 3. But episode 3 itself, it tells you, like, this is what this fucking show is about.
Mm-hmm.
This is who this character is. Like, this is what he's going to be dealing with. And it is not something for the faint of heart. It is not something, it is something complex. It is something intense. It is something that we all kind of deal with in some way, shape, or form. We're not in fucking mechs, but,
Yeah, and like when you think about really going forward, like, it is going to be Shinji, and we do know that there's other 2 characters that will deal with it differently.
The angel and the devil.
Yeah, the angel and the devil. And I'm excited to see how you see them deal with it. How all 3 of them are just so different.
Wow, I love that.
But yet so the same, and I'm excited for you to see how that unfolds, because that Shinji fight was really crazy. I remember the first time I watched it. But there are some other ones coming up that are
But that shit, episode 3, give that shit award winning. That was incredible, incredible. And I love what you're saying. Just the idea that we're gonna get to see these other 3 young children deal with this in different ways. And I already see some similarities between Rei and Shinji, mostly in how they're both just extremely detached. And maybe Shinji is still sort of newer into this, and he's really craving those attachments still. But maybe Rei is farther along in the process, and she knows what attachments mean. So she's like, nah, dude, I'm keeping this shit business all the time. I don't know, but I'm obsessed. Truly, this week it's been so difficult and so hard not to want to continue watching it. And this has just been so amazing. We're only 4 episodes in. We still got a lot of this show left, but to be this into it this early on is a great sign. And I can't wait till next week. I can't freaking wait. I mean, that's probably going to do it for this episode. Another reaction, episodes 3 and 4. Stay tuned next week where we react to episodes 5 and 6 and all of the episodes leading up until the very end, which I think is 26 episodes total. So stay tuned for those reactions. If you like these type of videos, these reactions, make sure to show some love by liking the video, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff. And if you want to see or are interested in seeing the full uncut, uncensored, unedited version of these reactions where you can watch the episodes all the way through unblurred with us, then you can see those by becoming a Patreon or YouTube member. Patreon.com/Volume1Pod to become a Patreon member. or clicking join somewhere next to the subscribe button to become a YouTube member. And that also, like, outside of or on top of, giving you access to all that, you get so many other things: early access, you get access to another exclusive bonus Patreon and YouTube member exclusive video and audio podcast. But it also truly and honestly helps us out so much. And it allows us to, and gives us the financial freedom to be able to continue doing more video series and other videos like this. So consider subscribing, joining if you'd like to,
and follow us on our socials at Instagram, Twitter, and also Discord.
Absolutely.
If you want. It's free.
If you want, yeah, and yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
If you don't want to, and you're just
then get out of here and go back,
vibing,
and then go back to where you came from.
That's not what
Shinji.
I was going to say. I was going to say if you.
I was doing my Misato.
It was good. I liked it, but it was a little abrasive. But I was going to say if you don't, you're just vibing. That's cool too. But the least you can do if you're just vibing is like it. That's the least you can do. But we love
and if you don't,
yeah, we love all of you guys and appreciate any and all support. That you choose to give, and all of it matters and all of it means the world to us. So that's going to do it for another episode of our Neon Genesis Evangelion reaction series. Woo, I'm so excited for next week. I can't freaking wait. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being along and a part of this journey with us. Let us know your thoughts on these episodes. If you're seeing them for the first time, or if you've seen it before, in the comments down below. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that is always the same and never changes, which today, Mehgan, is...
Gotta go fast, Shinji the Hedgehog.
Shinji the Hedgehog.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. I do
gotta go
like
sad.
that. No, I like that. Gotta go fast, Shinji the Hedgehog. Is there another Sonic thing that we could do? Like gotta go fat.
Gotta go sadder, sadder. Shinji.
Is that,
Sonic X.
Sonic X song? That was very funny. That was hit me in a wave.
Oh, I think I wrote a song.
Hit me in a wave.
I wrote a cover. Shoot, what was it? It's like, it's Shinji Ikari something.
I think I remember this.
You remember that? You had no idea what it was.
At the time.
Shit, what was it?
You were like, I remember
it was good.
It was good. Number one.
I think I have it in my drafts somewhere.
Yeah, you should look it up because you were cracking yourself up.
I was laughing my head off.
And I was like, I'm sure I would think this was funny if I knew what you were referencing. But let's just do Gotta Go Fast. Like you said in the beginning, Gotta Go Fast. What'd you say? Shinji Ikari?
But we can go Gotta Go Fast, Shinji the Hedgehog.
Shinji the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for next week. Thank you again for any and all ways you choose to show your support. Until next time, gotta go fast, Shinji the Hedgehog.
Gotta go sad.